dear YouTube friends. How are you doing today? I am doing a Wip Chat today, and before I get into that, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. If you aren't already subscribed, please consider doing so. There is a subscribe button right down there. Next to it, you will find a bell. If you ding that bell and choose all, you will be notified whenever I put up a new video. And if you're back, hi friends. I hope you know how much I appreciate you all being here. And with that, let's get back to the Wip Chat. So if you don't know what a Wip Chat is, WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress, and this is my progress. We will talk about this in a minute. So you don't have to diamond paint. You can knit, you can crochet, you can cross stitch, you can treat this as a podcast, you can do errands, you can drive your car. Basically, you can do whatever you want. And chat, well, that means I'm gonna chat your ears off for a while, okay? Okay, so let's get back to all of this. So this is a diamond painting, as I said, and this is the painting that I'm doing. It is called Astronomer. The artist is Miles Pinkney, and it is by Diamond Art Club. It is a big diamond painting. It is 105 centimeters by 70 centimeters, or 41.3 by 27.6 inches. So it is quite a big one. And I'm hosting a diamond paint along where we are all doing this diamond painting. The first one is done by now, maybe also the second one, because some people just diamond paint really fast. But if you do have this diamond painting in your stash and you want to, paint alongside us, you're welcome to. I mean, it's never too late. There is a link to the Facebook group down below, and also the hashtag that you can use both on Facebook and on Instagram. And I would love it if you would join in. So that's the diamond painting. Then we have all of this. I have my trusted Bella de Nicole mini tray. I love this, and I love the color. Then I have, look at this. This was a gift that I got from my dear friend Angie, and I will link her down below. She has an Etsy shop, and I will link to that one as well. She is making these beautiful pen trays, as I call them. And this one, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. There's a magnet right here, and this is a trash little cover minder, so you can just put it on here. Hang on, what happened? And I just spilled my trash drills all over. Oh yay. See, that's me in a nutshell. But anyway, it's a cover minder, and it sticks up here, and I have to clean this up in a little bit. Oh my. See, this is me. This is as real as it gets. Let's put this down and hope that I got all of the trash drills on there. Oh, we got one. So anyway, I got this from Angie. She is listed down below, both her YouTube and her Etsy shop. Then I have a few pens. These two are from Enabler's Outpost. I love these. They both have a Diamond Art Club single placer with glue dots in them. And this one has a Diamond Art Club 3 placer with my own homemade putty in the scent of salty caramel. And this one is a 4 placer that I got off of AliExpress, and it has some MerryMakingAndMore in it. I will link her channel down below, as well as her Etsy shop, but she's on vacation right now, or well, she's on maternity leave because she is a newly mom for about a month. And then we have this one. This is from Simply Board Tours. It's a coffee pen, and it is real coffee beans in here. I use this for ABs and also for some of the the mini sparklers that I got as an enhancement set from DP with Sparklers. She's also listed down below because I have some issues with my regular pens with glue dots in them. So I'm using the red wax that we get with our kits, and apparently they stick just enough so I can place them on my canvas. And I know I said I use it for ABs. I don't. I just use them for the sparklers. And do I have anything else? I think not. Well, I have my tweezers. And other than that, I don't think I have anything else. Oh yeah, I have my drills in these knockoff Elizabeth Ward containers. I don't use anything else. They're my favorite. And this second smallest one is big enough that it can fit in a big bag from Diamond Art Club. So these are the ones that I use mostly because I only open one bag at a time. And then we have the little ones that I use for smaller quantities. So this is basically the two only sizes that I use. And yeah, let's get into it. First color is, there you go, C or 939. It's a very dark brown. No, is it? It's a blue, sorry. I need new glasses, and I know I've said that for weeks by now, but I haven't had the chance to go downtown yet. So I will get there eventually. I mean, I'm not blind. I just need new glasses because they are a little fussy, the ones that I got right now, which is okay. I can see fine without. But yeah. Anywho, how are you guys doing? Please let me know down in the comment field. And also let me know what you've been working on while I'm chatting your ears off. I am a nosy person, so I really want to know. But yeah, let's see what happened since last. Not really a whole lot, did it? I've been home most of the time, except from, you know, out shopping for groceries and stuff like that, and taking some walks. We did have a few days where we got snow, so yeah, it's apparently getting really, really wintry here this year. I can't remember the last time we had gotten this much snow. But then Friday, we got a little snow in the afternoon. And then early evening, which was supposed to happen, it started raining and it got a little warmer. And all of the snow disappeared. Well, most of the snow disappeared. I mean, there was a lot laying here and there, so that needed a little time to thaw. But as of right now, we don't have any snow, which I like it. I don't like the rain. I mean, yeah, most of 2023 disappeared in rain here in Denmark, and yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I'm not a fan of rain either. I would actually prefer if it was just really cold, but with no snow. Cold I can do, even though my back hurts more than usual. But I don't like rain and I don't like snow. But you know, it's winter and we can't really seem to avoid either. I read online the other day that you would more likely call this rainy weather for fall weather or autumn weather, depending on where you live. And I was like, you know what? We had autumn almost the entire year of 2023. I want some different weather by now. I don't want a another year of drowning. I mean, we had so much rain last year. I basically think everybody was like, yeah, this is enough. Enough is enough. But yeah, we did get some snow in December as well, but that disappeared before Christmas. A lot of people were a little sad because they had hoped for a white Christmas, even if it was just locally, but it disappeared. And then it came back right after New Year's. So, yeah, not everybody loved that. But who knows, they are talking about not being sure about the weather in week 6. It can either just be a bunch of rain or we're getting a buttload of snow again. Yeah, well, it's a few weeks off, so let's see. This weekend we didn't do anything. We were just hanging out, watching some Blue Bloods together, and David was gaming with some friends, and I was diamond painting, listened to audiobooks. Well, audiobook. So yeah, that was a great weekend if you ask me. And then Sunday, as always, I had my live. Well, not always. Sometimes I'm taking the day off, but I have my live on Sunday. And if you want to join in one of my lives, you're more than welcome to. I have a hair stuck to my diamond painting. I wonder if it's mine or one of the kitties. You never know in this house. So yeah, I had my live and it was fun as always, but it wasn't as long this time. I mean, about 2 hours. But if you look at some of my other lives, they have been about 2.5 hours just because time flies and we're having fun. So please stop by. It is Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern or 10 a.m. Pacific time. Then it is 7 p.m. Central European time. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you never know where the topic goes. I basically just follow those who are there. So yeah, it's unplanned. It's just friends enjoying time with each other, and more friends are always welcome. But yeah, oh, I totally forgot. Please give my videos a thumbs up. It really does help. And my channel gets out there. So yeah. And back to the regular scheduled program. I am all over the place today. It's the same with my table here. I was just diamond painting a little and I was like, oh, I need to film my Wip Chat, so everything is a mess around here. So you get to see the real deal today. How my table usually looks off camera. It is a mess. But it is my mess. And I know where everything is, which is kind of the most important part, right? I mean, I have like I said, I only use one package of drills at a time, so the extra ones is in here. And then I have some of the enhancement drills lying over here, and others is up here. But I know the difference between them, because those up here, those are the ones that I'm putting in here and there, and those over here are the ones that is totally replaced. I mean, they replace another color totally. So, I like having them separated. And then I have this Crystal 5200s. I replace some of the stars with these. I mean, you can see I have some of them down here already because I want the stars to really shine. I don't do it with all of them, but just some here and there, because some of the stars are like regular colored diamonds, and I want the stars to pop. They would have anyway, but yeah. I got them and now I want to use them. See, it annoys me that I have drills everywhere over here. So yeah, but that was the weekend. And I don't really think I did a whole lot last week other than, yeah, I don't think so. I had a few bad days after being in Copenhagen to watch the announcement of our new king. And if you want to hear more about that, take a look at my Wip Chat from last week, or, do a replay of my live, because we talked about it there as well, the live that I had this Sunday. But yeah, it was fun, but it did cost me a few days of extra tiredness and extra pain, but it's worth it. I did enjoy that Sunday in Copenhagen. And the king, it's still something that we had to get used to. At least for me, I'm like, oh yeah, the king. Cheers. I have some latte macchiato. Oh my God, my words today. Oh, it tastes good. It has a taste of Bailey's in it. I have others with caramel, and then I have espresso with chocolate. Oh my God, that one is good. It's a rather new one. I got a tester with one of my last purchases of these capsules for my Tassimo machine, and it was amazing. So the last time I ordered, I had to get a package of that one. So yeah, I don't drink a whole lot of coffee, but I mean, I maybe get a cup a day or maybe a cup every other day. Yeah, I mostly drink water, and I do drink a lot of tea as well. I mean, too much coffee isn't healthy, and these capsules are rather expensive as well. So I savor them. I do have a lot of them, and they shouldn't get too old, but I don't drink coffee every day. So yeah, do you drink coffee every day? Tell me. Inquiring minds want to know. Or you can just call me nosy. Other people do that. I don't know. I don't think I'm nosy. I'm just curious. I want to know all the things. My parents hated all my questions as a child. I was so curious and I wanted to know all the stuff. So I was like, at least 10 questions a day. At least. And I mean, if you don't ask questions, how are you ever going to learn something? So I still do ask questions. And Google is absolutely my friend. Because every now and then I will ask, David and I will be talking about something, and all of a sudden I'd be like, I wonder. And then we have to ask Google, because who knows? Mostly it's the most weird questions that I'm thinking about just before, we're falling asleep. And we don't have our phones in the bedroom, so we have to try and remember that thought until next day, which can be hard sometimes because, yeah, I have a lousy memory, and my husband tends to forget whatever I'm asking late at night because he's tired, and my brain isn't. I'm one of those persons that takes forever to fall asleep because I have a racing mind, and yeah, my brain just goes all over the place. Sometimes it's, worrying thoughts and I should have and why didn't I thoughts. Other times it's just, yeah, like I said, all over the place. what do I do tomorrow? I wonder if this and what if about that, and oh my God. I need a switch to turn off my head sometimes. That would be a good thing. It's so, not irritating, but provoking that my husband just lay his head on a pillow and bang, he's sleeping. And I'm like, hello, I'm not asleep yet. Please do wake up and talk to me. No, he needs his sleep, but it's just, I'm like, you're just laying there snoring away, and I'm here awake. But yeah, for some reason, a lot of men is like that. I do know women as well that's just lying down and bam, they're sleeping. Yeah, I'm not. But the funny thing is, though, if I'm waking up during the night, if I have to go to the bathroom or something, yep, I'm getting that old. I can just go back into my bed and fall asleep, no issues. So it's, it isn't consistently I go to bed and I can't sleep. Apparently it's just at bedtime. So I don't get it. Because I was talking to my pain nurse earlier, and she was like, so is it all the time? It's like, no, not if I'm up, if I wake up or something like that during the night, I just fall right back. And she was like, huh, as well. I was like, yeah, don't ask about it. I can't explain that. It's just how it is. And she was like, have you tried? Yep. Have you tried? Yep. Because she's really she wants me to sleep well and to just fall asleep. And I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty much used to this life of laying there for an hour or something. But yeah. So back to yesterday. So yesterday was Monday. And if you've been here for a while, Monday is Rosa Day. Rosa is our 3.5-year-old niece. I pick her up from kindergarten every month. Well, unless one of us is sick, of course. But I pick her up on Mondays. We go back here for a few hours. Sorry. Oh, the yawning. It's apparently coming back for a second visit. So yeah, I pick her up from kindergarten. We go back here and we play or whatever she wants to do. Yesterday she just wanted to watch, what is it? We were watching Cinderella the week before and we didn't get to finish it, so she wanted to watch the rest of that one. And then afterwards she wanted to watch Frozen. So we started that one, and then right about the time where Elsa is heading up the mountain and is singing Let It Go, she was like, Auntie, I don't want to see this anymore. It's like, okay, so what do you want to do? I want to see Jasmine. I was like, Jasmine, so you want to see Aladdin? I want to see Jasmine. I was like, okay, well, Jasmine isn't Aladdin. Oh, okay. So we were watching Aladdin for a while until it was time for her to go home because we didn't have gymnastics yesterday. The trainers were sick. I got a text in the morning. So yeah, and I told her that as I picked her up, sadly the trainers are sick today, so no gymnastics, and she wasn't entirely happy about that. But what can you do? And she's so funny. I picked her up and she's ever so happy to see me. She comes running and gives me a hug, and then, I tell her to say goodbye to the adults in the group that she's in. And then we go out to the wardrobe to find all her stuff. And they've been outside yesterday, so everything was wet. I mean, everything. So I was like, okay, well, I need to give you this on, and then when we get back home to Auntie, I think I'm gonna wash and dry some of this. But then she was like, she wasn't really, ready to go home or whatever. So she was like, I can't get my clothes on because I lost my arms and legs. And I was like, oh no, they fell off? I'm like, yes. It's like, oh no, what should we do about it? She was like, I need new arms and legs. And like, okay, I'm gonna try and find some new arms and legs. So I was, looking around like, oh, I found some new arms and legs. So it was like, now I lost all of my body. It's like, no, all of your body is gone. Yes. Like, oh, okay. So I was like, oh, see, I found a new belly. And I gave her belly, slapped her lightly on her belly. And I was like, oh, look, here's an arm. And here's the second arm. And oh, here's your head. And her legs and her back and, everything, her fingers and her toes and all the things, and her bum and her eyes, everything needed to be found and placed back. And then when I thought kind of like, okay, we're done now, she looks at me and go, you didn't give me a new vagina. And I was like, yeah, I'm not slapping a new vagina here in the kindergarten. I'm not doing that. Whatever will the adult thinks and the other parents and whatnot. Like, yeah, no. But she's just, she's a kid. She's 3.5 years old. She's speaking whatever comes to mind. So yeah, I got her home and got all that wet clothes off of her, and stuffed everything in the washer, and then afterward I put it in the dryer. And then when I drove her home, I had to get her home a little earlier, which was amazing since there wasn't gymnastics, because my day yesterday was a bit busy. So I got her home and told my brother, I washed everything. And he was like, how did you get it dry? And I stuffed it in the dryer. And it was like, yeah, this one can't go in the dryer. And I looked at it and said, it didn't know, because everything is fine. Everything is fine. It didn't know that it wasn't supposed to go in the dryer. And he just laughs at me like, you're weird. Yeah, I know. But so are you. You're my brother. And then right after that, I needed to go pick up a few of the ladies from my knitting group and drive out to some of the other one of the other members, because we were having our yearly, well, usually we call it a Christmas dinner, but because it was rather late in January this year, we called it a New Year's dinner. Everybody brings something. Except I was accepted this year because they were like, yeah, it's more important that you spend time with Rosa. So the hostess where we were yesterday offered to make something for me, and then I just had to go and buy some stuff to drink. So I did that before I picked up Rosa. And yeah, I picked up the two ladies and we drove out there. And then we were, eating and talking and, just enjoying each other's company. And there was a lot of food, as always. And then we got into the living room and was just, getting something warm to drink and talking even more. And then all of a sudden we were like, oh, look at the time. It was 11 something, and we needed to find a new date for the next. We meet every month, or we try to meet every month. So we were finding a new date, and then I got to drive the two ladies home, and I'm pretty sure they were tired because it was like 10 or 15 minutes to midnight when I drove in where they live. They live in these apartments for elderly people. It isn't a secured something, and it isn't a senior home. It's just an apartment complex where a lot of elderly people live, and they are made, so that people can use the wheelchairs or the walkers. And yeah, but I drove them home and they were tired. Then I got home and they were like, "Oh, you have such a far way home." And I told them, you know what? It takes me around 10 minutes from here and I'm home. Are you sure it only takes 10 minutes? And I'm like, I checked it on the way home. And to be very, very precise, it took me 11 minutes. And only because I got stuck behind a car that took forever. Somewhere, and like, I don't know, it would have been 10 minutes if I hadn't been stuck behind this car that refused to drive whatever we were allowed to drive. So 10 minutes is pretty accurate. But yeah, that was a nice evening. And I had, of course, bought way too much of the things that I bought. We have this company called Ecuador. They make iced tea, and then they started making this sparkle water. It's kind of like soda or pop or whatever you call it. And then it's, one of them is with elderflower. Then we have one with lemon and lime, and it tastes just like 7-Up, more or less. Then they have one with strawberry and rhubarb, and I hadn't tried that one until yesterday, which was why I bought it, and it was delicious. So I need to get some more of that. Hopefully they still have some, but we'll see. We'll see. It tasted real good. My favorite, though, is the one with lemon and lime. I got one of those last year, and I was just loving it. But then it disappeared, and I was like, hey, why does everything that I really, really like always disappear on me? But then I saw it in that shop where I bought it yesterday, and it was on sale. So I bought a bunch of them. Hang on there. Sometimes I prefer, especially when I'm doing my Wip Chat, I just single place. And then I'm trying to do some checkerboarding. But yeah, that is just me. Others do, just multi-place. But I find it a little different to place them accurate when I'm not leaned, in close. Which is what I do whenever I don't film. I just lean in closer to make sure that everything is put down correctly. But yeah, I like this checkerboarding. I like this, that it fit down snugly. That is so satisfying, at least in my mind. Like, you can hear it just snapping in. Yeah, I like that. I am almost done with my row 3. I have that square and that square left, and you can see the edges right here, so it isn't really a whole lot that I have left. So yeah, I mean, the first week I did an entire row. I was just, working on it because I wanted to get a whole lot done. And now I'm like, you know what? I have 2 months to do this. And we ended week 3 Sunday evening, to be precise. And now it is Tuesday, and I'm almost done with row 3. And my rows are about 15 centimeters, not exactly. So let's say that I have 3 rows in, and be generous and say that it is about 40 centimeters. And it is 105. So I think that I can get it done in about, and I just placed that one wrong. I think I can get it done in about, the 2 months. But we'll see. Even if it's a little longer, it's okay. I mean, it isn't a race. And if I can get this one done in about 2 months, I'm impressed with myself. I mean, it's a big one. The last time I did a really big one was the Amethyst by Alphonse Mucha and Enabler's Outpost. And that took me, well, I need to factor in that it was around the time that my mother-in-law ended up in a care facility and she died. But I finished it I started it in, I can't remember if it was middle of June. I think it was around the middle of June. And I didn't finish it until September, or maybe it was October. I can't remember. It took me a long time. Which again, it is okay. But even I was like, it shouldn't have taken me that long, no matter what. But it did, and it's okay. But that one was, is it 50 by 125 centimeters? So it's a big one as well. But I guess it's almost, almost the same as this one, drill-wise. So if that one took me about 4 months to do, I was like, okay, I'm impressed if this one can be done in 2 months. But we'll see. I am not going to pace myself. But the good thing is that I have a lot of time diamond painting when David is at work. I do try to get better at doing other stuff as well. Not just diamond paint. I do have some knitting I need to do. But for some reason, this is just drawing me in. I want to see how it ends up. I want to see all the confetti detail, because it is a lot of confetti. Even though right in this square there is some color blocking as well, but mostly there is some color blocking or line blocking here and there, but it is a lot of confetti as well. If you don't know what confetti is, it's areas where you switch out your colors quite often, and that way you'll get some details. The detailing will be better than if you're having these big chunks of color blocking. I mean, the one that we did up here, it's a lot of color blocking, and it isn't, details. But if you look at this entire area, you can see there's a lot of colors, and it makes for good detailing. You can really see that this is a sky with stars in it. Well, at least I can. I mean, but I also know the entire picture. So I have some of the colors that I haven't filled in yet, even though, we've been through them. I have this funny system that I'm working when I do diamond painting. It worked for me. It might not work for everybody, but let's get it over here. My system when kitting up is I have the numbers, Then I have the uppercase letters, and over here I have the lowercase numbers, and then I have all my symbols in DMC order. And I'm starting from here, go up, and then work, this way through all my drills. Right now I'm here, I'm working on number 9. And then I have no 8s in the square, so I'm going to number 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I mean, some people will find my system horrible, which is okay. It works for me. But some of the symbols I left out because I need to put in some sparklers and stuff. And I need to be more precise where they're going, to see, because it's mostly here in the telescope that they're going. So I need everything else to be placed so I can see, okay, which part of this is the telescope, because I need to have enough so I'm not running out in the middle of doing this diamond painting. I spoke to Timar from DP with Sparklers, and I was like, so is it the entire structure of the telescope or just the golden part of the telescope? And apparently it's just the golden part of the telescope, and yeah, I need to make sure that I have enough. Then I might do a little extra bling, I'm not sure. But it looks beautiful. I even added some of the half pearl ones. They're gold. They're looking like this. This is the half pearls, and they're so beautiful. I placed about a hand, I think I've placed around 10, 12 pieces of these by now. And I'm kind of, like, I wonder how many there is in this kit. But yeah, we'll have to see. I'm mostly, I don't look far ahead in my diamond painting. I'm on the row that I'm working on. And then I'm like, okay, well, I will see what else is there when I get to that row. I mean, I know the entire picture, of course, but I haven't looked that closely to the symbols. Because if I need to take in the entire canvas all at once, it will give me a headache. And I will be focusing on, do I have enough drills? What if I don't have enough of that one? And yeah, I just need to focus. I need to focus on one color at a time. Where did this one come from? Is this one of the, I think it is. There you go. See, I have an A over here that I forgot. That happens all the time. I guess if you're a diamond painter, you have this happen as well. So I don't know, you couldn't see it. If I just need one drill, I'm just stuffing my pen in the container, and eventually a drill will get stuck on my pen. I mean, some just pour out some drills in the tray, and sometimes if I need like 5 or 6, I'm just pouring them out here on the release paper. But yeah, we all have our little methods on how we work, which is, I love seeing how other people work on the diamond painting. So I love Wip Chats. Those are the videos that I watch the most. I don't know. I mostly watch Wip Chats and lives. I do watch some unboxings, mostly the sneak peeks. And then every now and then if somebody has an unboxing, I was like, oh, I haven't seen that one before. Or that picture looks beautiful, I want to see how it's looking, the colors and the canvas. But yeah, But yeah, so that was yesterday. I was at that Christmas dinner. Then today my brother had sent me a text before I got up. If I could pick up Rosa from kindergarten today and bring her home because he wasn't feeling too well. And I said, sure, I can pick her up and then bring her home. So I picked her up and she was happy to see me as always. And then she looked at me and go, why didn't Daddy come? She's like, Daddy doesn't feel well, so I'm picking you up and driving you home. And she looked at me and go, but we are going home to you and Uncle first, right? Like, no, not today. Today I'm just picking you up and driving you home. And she wasn't really all too happy about that. But, you know, that's how it is. And I promised her that another day I will pick her up out of schedule and we can drive home to Auntie and Uncle. And then when when we got home to her and her dad, she was like, but Auntie, I want you to stay until nighttime. I was like, oh, I can't do that today, sweetheart, because Uncle needs the car. And she was like, but I want to. She said, you know what? On Thursday, Auntie will come and maybe pick you up from kindergarten. I don't know. And then I will stay until nighttime. I just found another A and now I lost it. See, why does that happen? I find one and then I'm like, what happened to it? Oh, there. I found it again. That would just have been amazing. My drills are stuck. Oh, anyway. Let's find another one. There you go. But yeah, she wasn't entirely happy about just being picked up by her auntie and then being delivered home. She wanted to go home and see her best cat pal. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to tell you about this yesterday. So I hadn't seen her last week, Monday, because I was feeling tired and didn't feel well after the trip to Copenhagen. So I didn't see her last Monday, and I told her that I had missed her a lot since we didn't get to spend time together last week. Well, I talked to her on a video call this Friday, but I told her that I had missed her, and she looked at me in the mirror. I have this mirror where I can see her and she can see me when we're driving the car. And she was like, Auntie, I missed you too. I was like, ah. But then she said, well, but now we're together, so you don't have to miss me. I was like, that's right. I don't miss you anymore because now we're together. And she looked at me and said, well, I don't miss you anymore too because we're together. She's such a smart kid. I mean, she blows my mind so often about, stuff like that, for instance. So I said to her, but you know what? When I drive you home tonight, I'm going to miss you again. And she looked at me and said, I will miss you and Uncle and the kitties as well. I mean, does she not melt your heart as well? My heart is just a big puddle of I don't know what whenever she says stuff like that. So, yeah. Sorry for the crinkle. I have my extra plastic just hanging down here. I cut it off whenever I'm done with a row. It works for me. I know other people just cut off the excess plastic when they're doing the squares, but it has never really worked for me. So this is how I'm doing it. And I will try not to hang on it so it crinkles more than... It doesn't crinkle more as, what's needed. Sorry. Oh, I need to drink my coffee while it's still warm. It's still a little lukewarm. How long have I been yabbering? 50 minutes. It's a little less than lukewarm. So what do you do if your coffee gets cold? I usually, it's the same with tea, by the way. I stuff it in the microwave and give it about 30 seconds. And then it's nice and warm again. But I can't do that right now while I'm chatting away with you guys. I might do it when I'm done here, just to get it heated up a little. It's just because I'm talking too much and my coffee gets cold. And other times I'm just forgetting it while I'm just, diamond painting and stuff like that. I just forget about it. Do you listen to audiobooks? And if so, which genre do you prefer? Right now, my favorites, well, not just right now, in general, my favorites are fantasy and sci-fi. I do also like just regular novels if the subject is interesting. And I also like some biographies. It really depends on the person. I don't do what's it called? True crime. I don't like that. I don't watch true crime in any form. I mean, I don't need to know everything that's going on out there. I know the world is a cruel and horrible place. I don't need to hear about it. My imagination is more than enough. Whenever I read something in the newspapers or online, I can imagine just fine without getting all the gruesome details in a documentary and stuff like that. I don't need that. My mind is way more than I need. So yeah. Do we have any more of the 7s? If not, I will see it in like a second after I put away the color. See, I need to check over here where the most of it is already placed, because that's usually where I will forget some of them. No. Oh, I want to know, how many of you have been working on a square drill canvas and been using the sparklers for square from Tmall? And what do you think about it? I mean, I was a little, because I'm not really into rounds. And what would it look like with rounds being placed on a square canvas? And it's actually okay when you get away, like right now I'm watching edit from a 30 centimeters distance. And if you get a little further up, you can't see it at all. But if you close it down like 10 centimeters or so, you can absolutely see it. But it's not too bad. I'm not 100% angry about it. It's still a little weird that you're placing round drills on a square drill canvas. But yeah, so I'm doing the 4s. The 4s is the white AB. And there isn't a whole lot of it. It's mostly just for the stars. And yeah. I am looking every now and then, will I do all the stars? These are charted, but sometimes I'm also changing out the white AB's stars. It's what just, whatever fancies me. But like, do I want that to be an AB, or do I want it to be a crystal? Some of them it isn't until I'm about to place the AB that I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna do this as a crystal instead of the AB. Yeah, my mind is like, tell me, what did I spill here? Maybe a piece of biscuits. I had some biscuits yesterday with chocolate filling in the middle. They're very good, by the way, but they tend to be a little messy if you aren't careful, which I'm not all the time. So sometimes I find some of the biscuits on my diamond painting. I'm like, hold on, what just happened here? Yeah, it's so pretty. See, and around here I'm supposed to place these ends, which is just a regular diamond painting, and even some of the stars is just this end, and I'm like, you know what? It's a little boring. I want my stars to bling a little extra. So, yeah, but some of the surrounding of these stars is these. So I don't know. I find it a little hard sometimes. Like, what do I want to do? Sometimes I'm like, okay, let me just place them as is, and then I can, if I don't like it, I can just, peel them off and replace them with the crystals. So yeah, I have done that. I can do it, when I've gotten a little further and go back and look at it and go, yeah, well, I think I'd prefer, and then, just peel off. But yeah, that is how I think it's supposed to be done. I don't know. Let me know how you decide which part of your canvas is to be blinged up and how you decide, because this is still new to me. I'm still learning, and eventually I want to be good enough to bling up on my own. I'm not that confident yet, but hopefully one day I can just buy a bunch of drills, enhancement drills, and go, okay, this is what I want it to look like, and just all over the place. Maybe. I really admire those that can do that, because I can't. I need the help so far. When I did the Sparkle event with my friend Angie in December, I was finding it rather hard, because I was just placing a bunch of ABs that I had extra from other kits, and I was just placing them randomly here and there and everywhere. I didn't really have, oh, this will look good, and if I place them there, that will look good. I was just, okay, I have this color that matches the original color. Let's just dab them all over the place. So that's basically what I did. I mean, it ended up looking okay, but I'm very aware that it could have been better. So yeah, maybe if I buy more of these enhancement kits from Tmall, DP with sparklers, I end up learning and seeing, okay, this is how she's enhancing the canvas, and get to learn a bit, like, okay, this is where she would find it interesting to place the enhancement drills. I mean, these stars, isn't it her enhancement. These are just my own. So, but then again, I'm basically just jotting them down wherever. So I have to see how they look when I'm done. Maybe it's just not perfect. But then I just need to peel them off and put back the drills that were intended to be there. Is that all the 4s? Yeah, I think that is all the 4s. I wonder, I hadn't drilled, oh yeah, there it is. I knew I saw a 3 and it's over here, but I just lost it for a second. I had to place a color where I only had one color of it, and oh yeah, I was like, why is this color? But I was showing it to you. Come on. Look at this beautiful orange AB. Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. I love ABs. But I can't wait to try working with some of the fairy dust drills. But yeah, maybe a little later this year. I have a plan of working on the Virgo that I unboxed. Was it last week or the week before? I want to work on that one around my birthday because I am a Virgo. So it would be fun to work on that one. No, but yeah, let's see. I want to try some fairy dust because everybody is talking about how amazing they are. So I'm like, okay. I know I have some diamond paintings with them. Let me just try to find one of these to work on. I don't know. I'm planning on doing Magic Potion after this one maybe, and that one doesn't have ABs in it. It's a little older kit, I think. I can't remember. I need to look it up on Diamond Art Club's webpage. But like I promised you, I've been yabbering on, chatting your ears off for a while, and it's been an hour and almost 3 minutes. So let's end this here, and I might put in. See, I even forgot some of them. See, I forget. Anyway, I will end this here, and please let me know, answer all the questions that I asked you guys. Oh my God. And don't forget to give a thumbs up. It really does help all the YouTube algorithms and to get my channel out there. I really appreciate if you would do that. And don't forget to join my live this Sunday. I would really appreciate it. I would love to get to know you as well. And until my next video, bye everybody. See you. Love you all. Bye.